Hello, wonderful people of planet Earth. I've kind of been going through an acquisition and modification phase on this project. I'm acquiring things, modifying them, and getting them ready to go into the van. And I'm doing so while being very aware of the fact that I've got another winter coming, and there's an awful lot of stuff that I can do over the winter, especially now that I've got heating in the van, so that it's going to be nice and warm when I'm working in there. You'll notice on the video that I've also managed to acquire a couple of sheets of decent plywood from a neighbour. It's used stuff. It's got nail holes, screw holes in it, but it's stuff that I'm definitely going to be able to use. Now I'm working on an induction hob that I've acquired now. I've figured that that's probably the way I want to go in terms of cooking in the van, because I don't really want to be hauling around the big gas bottles. Now I'm intending to have a small gas hob, the kind that uses little canisters that I can use, for instance, in the outside kitchen when I pull out the long table that I installed last year. But in terms of the main cooking appliance, I decided that induction stove was probably the way to go. And there are lots of these induction hobs online which are specifically meant for camper vans. They're basically just smaller versions. And looking at that, I figured that, well, why do I need a smaller version? I've got some room, and the technical specifications, when you look into it, they're no different from the normal induction hobs that go in normal kitchens. I've worked in the renovations and building industry for long enough to know that when people redo their kitchens, they quite often throw away perfectly good appliances, and so I just kept my ear to the ground and waited for the right induction hob to come along at a good price, and I got this one at €40. Now this model is meant to be sunk into a kitchen worktop, but it doesn't matter to me. I can just build a tray or a frame for it to go in and make it a completely movable unit, and keep the cable and plug so I can have it in different positions. I can take it to the outside kitchen, plug it in there, or I can have it inside the van. I can even take it out of the van completely and cook anywhere I want. All I need to make sure about is I get the right amount of ventilation on the bottom side of it, and it should work fine. In fact, it does. I'm now using it in my kitchen and getting used to how it works. I've never had an induction hob before, so there's a little bit of a learning curve there. Now, it took me a while to find this hob online. I've been monitoring lots and lots of sites for used stuff, and one of the things I absolutely wanted was the function that the hob has, power management system, and this one has that, and that allows me to set an upper limit on the amount of power it uses. Even if I set it to 1,000 watts, for example, even if I start using 2 of the cooking plate areas, 3, 4, it will simply share the amount of power across those cooking places. It won't increase the amount of power, so I never have to worry about how much power the hob is actually using. I know exactly how much it can use. And doing it this way actually means that I don't have to dedicate work surface space to the hob. I can actually stow it in a cupboard, pull it out when I want to use it, put it away when I don't want to use it. Now another acquisition I've made is the hardware for the shower. And this is again something that I've been monitoring lots and lots of sites, waiting for just the right one to come up, and it came up. This was advertised as brand new, never been used, but in a really battered box, and yeah, the box was really battered. But the shower looks good. Now I'm not going to be using all of this, which may seem like a little bit of a waste. This system, this particular shower system, and the details will be on the screen now, retails at 389 euros. I got it for 100 euros, and half of it I'm going to be throwing away and not using, which may sound crazy, but later on when I start to install this, I think you'll understand. I think I've got a clever way of using this. But that meant going through my box of plumbing bits and connectors, and one of the really good points is that I found that I've got a whole load of pipes that are used for under the sink. This is quite small boys, at 5 centimeters wide pipes that I can use for underneath the sink. So I'm not going to have to pay any money for all that kind of stuff, but I also found some connectors and things that I'm going to be able to use for this shower system. Okay, so this is the mixer that just arrived, and this is meant to sit this way as this pipe, which doubles as the actual shower holder, which screws in here, and then there's a big shower head. Not using those. Maybe I use the pipe, it's the right colour, just for holding the shower, but it's not going to be connected to here. In my box of plumbing bits, I've got the connectors for behind the pipes, behind the taps. One hot, one cold, of course. So, got those. Importantly, so this is the shower that came with this. So this is the little hand shower, and then there was the fixed one. So that screws on here. And that is going to be the shower for the shower area. But I've forgotten about this. I've got this kitchen spray attachment, and importantly, I discovered I've got just the right adapter. So in this way, I only have to do the plumbing for one set of mixer taps. It's a thermostatic thing. One side is the water pressure, one side is the temperature, and I can then switch between shower and the kitchen sink. And all I need to make that system work is I'm going to be plumbing this in vertically rather than horizontally. And because of the position it's going to go in, as you'll see later, that means I can access this both from the shower and from in front of the sink. The one that goes to the kitchen sink, which should probably actually be from this one, but that will actually go through the shower wall and come out at the kitchen sink. But the tap will be right there, easy to access. And it turns out I've got most of the bits I need. And it's all, and it fits perfectly with my colour scheme as well. Good, good, good.